Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, we will be discussing the real life implementation of various data structures. In this video, I will be discussing the real life implementation of 9 data structures and the names of those data structures are given here. Guys, make sure that you watch the video till the end so that you can get to know that where these data structures are used in real life, as well as guys, this is the very important question as in interviews which are asked in various companies. So make sure that you do not skip any part of this video and are watching this video till the end. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe it, as well as join my Telegram groups also. I post regular updates on different companies which are hiring, as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. The links of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. Make sure to join them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting a video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the first data structure is array. Now guys, we all know that in array the elements are present in the contiguous manner, that is one after the other. Now where this array is used in real life, first of all, the contacts on our phone are sorted in array. So whenever we save a contact in our phone, you can see that they are sorted in ascending order. That is, first the name starting with A will come, then B will come, then C will come, and so on till Z. So this is where an array can be used. An array is used. Now, next is arrangement of leaderboards in a game is done using array, where score of each player is entered and displayed in descending order. So we are all love watching cricket. So nowadays IPL is going on. So we all know the points table. Now here the name of the team is given and then the points of that team is given. Now here also array is used, and the displayment of those teams are based on the points which are given to them and in the descending order. So here at this point also in scorecards also array is used. Now the 2D arrays are used for image processing. So guys, if you have done certain image processing techniques, or have you done ML, so you know that in convolution neural networks or different neural networks, these 2D arrays have also been used so that we can process the image. So these were the real life implementation of arrays. I hope it is clear to you. Now next is strings. Now strings, where strings are used. Strings are used in detecting of spam email detection. We all use Gmail. There is a certain folder in that where all the spam mails go. So how the Gmail knows that this mail is a spam or not. So there are certain keywords present in that mail, and if those keywords are the part of spam database, then the mail goes to the spam detection. So spam email detection is one of the real life implementation. Next is plagiarism detectors. So again, when we write coding exams, their plagiarism detectors are used, and they just compare two codes on the basis of word by word, or you can say string by string. Okay, next is checking spellings of word. Again, see here you can see that if we are using Word or I am using OneNote, so here if this spelling is wrong, it just gives the red line here. So it means that this spelling is certainly wrong. So again, it is an application of string only, that how it knows that this word is wrong. So again, it's an implementation of string only. Next is in search engine, strings are used. So we all use Google. Whenever we type something, the results are related to our search, and in that search box only we type the string. So there also this string is real life implemented. So I hope these strings are clear to you. Now next is stack. So first of all, stack follows LIFO approach, that is last in first out. So this is the structure of a stack, that we will put the value on the top of the stack and will remove the value from the top of the stack only. Now where it is used in real life. So first is undo operation is carried out through stacks. So let's just see an example. For example, I have written D here. So now when I will press Ctrl Z, this D will be removed. So it means that whenever I do certain operation, it is pushed into the stack, and whenever I press Ctrl Z, the last operation that I have done is popped out of the stack. This is what undo operation does. Now next is history of visited sites or call logs. So guys, whenever there are certain calls on your phone, so the call that is the latest call that you have received will be present on the top of the call logs. So this is also an implementation of stack only. That is, the latest call that you have received will be on the top of the stack, and similarly with the history of visited site, the latest site that you have visited will be present at the top of the history. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Next is photos in gallery. So again, we know that photos in gallery are stored in the form that the latest photo will come upward, the previous photos will come downwards. So this is how a stack is implemented in photos also. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Next is queue. So queue follows the FIFO approach, first in first out. That is, the person that will go in first will get out first. So this is the structure of queue. Now where it is implemented in real life. So first of all, queue is used for job scheduling in operating system. because there are multiple jobs that are running at a particular time in operating system. Now which job to do first? So there can be various ways for deciding it, but on general queue is used. That is, the first job that has came in the system will be the first job that will be executed. So I hope this example is clear to you. Next is sending an email using queue data structure. So guys, when you send multiple emails, like you are sending 10 emails at a time, so there is sometimes the Gmail notifies you that the mail cannot be sent and it is in the queued structure. So here also queue is used. So message are in queue. So I hope this example is also clear to you. Next is line of buying tickets. So we all know that the person that will be first in the line will get the ticket first, and he will move out of the line. So here also queue is being implemented. So I hope these real life example of queue are clear to you. Next is linked list. So it is a structure. This is a structure of linked list. This is a structure of doubly linked list. So more often in real life, doubly linked list is used. There are very less practical applications of singly linked list. So first of all, linked list. First application is web pages can be accessed using the previous and next URL links which are linked using linked list. Now guys, see, whenever we are present on a site, we know that there are two arrow button on the top left corner. One to move backward, that is the site that we previously visit, and one option is to move forward, that is the site that we have visited after visiting the current site. So how that all things are connected? That all things are connected using the doubly linked list. So we can go backward also and we can go forward also using the two arrows. So in behind the scenes, doubly linked list has been implemented in those web pages. Okay, next is the music player. The same concept with the web pages also, and in music players also, we are listening to a song, we can move backward also, that we have to listen to the previous song, and we can move to the next song also, that we have to listen the forwarded song, the song that is present in the later part of this player. So again, there also doubly linked list has been used. So this is also a practical real life example of doubly linked list. And next is, it is used to implement stack and queues. So we all know a singly linked list can be used to implement stack and queues. So these are the three real life implementations of linked list. I hope these examples are clear to you. Okay, next is trees. So this is how a tree data structure looks like. Generally we use binary trees, that is a particular node can have at most 2 children. Now what are their applications? First of all, if you have done ML, then you have came across two algorithms. First is decision trees and second one is random forest. So again, in those algorithms also tree based approach has been used. So those algorithms becomes the implementation of these trees. So I hope this first example is clear to you. Next is, databases also use tree data structures for indexing. So guys, we know that doing an indexing in a database increases the speed of fetching the data. So tree data structure is used for doing the indexing of the databases. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Next is, see, we all have certain files that are saved on our computers. Now let's suppose we have a C drive. Inside the C drive, let's suppose there is a folder named code bashers, and inside code bashers there is a file name called xyz.txt. Now the path of xyz.txt will be following a hierarchical approach. That is, first we will have to go to C drive, then we will have to go to code bashers folder, and then we can access that file. So this is an hierarchical structure of the file. So this is also implemented using the tree data structure. So I hope these three examples for the tree data structures are clear to you. Next is heap. So heaps are similar to trees, but there are two types of heaps we have studied: min heap and max heap. Now heaps are used to implement where priority is based on the order of heap created. So first of all, order of heap, that is min heap or max heap. So these are two examples of heaps. Next is, they are used to find the kth largest and smallest element in an array. So again, heaps are used to implement the priority queue, and using priority queue we can find the kth largest and smallest element in an array. So these are certain applications of heaps. So I hope this is clear to you. Next one is graph. Now graph data structure is used everywhere, from Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere graph has been used, because we see recommendations of friends. So if a person is a friend of my friend, then the Facebook knows that, and Facebook shows us the recommendation that you can add him as your friend. So this is how a graph data structure has been all surrounded by us. That is, it is used in Facebook. Every social media app generally uses the graph data structure. Now next where graph is used is the GPS navigation system. So guys, whenever we have to move from point A to point B, the Google Maps shows the shortest path, or you can say the path in which we will reach that destination in the smallest time. So again, it is using the graph based approach only, because there are a lot of ways in moving from A to B, but we need that way which gives us the less time, or you can say the less distance. So here also in Google Maps also graph API has been implemented. Okay, now the last data structure of this video is DQ. Now guys, DQ, the practical application of DQ are similar to that of queue and stack. The things that queue and stack can do can be performed with DQ also, because in DQ it is a double-ended queue. We can add from the front, we can remove from the front, we can add from the back, and we can remove from the back. So these are the practical application of DQ. So all those things which queues and stack can do can be performed by DQ also. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video. I have covered all the real life implementation of every data structure I have known. If I have missed some data structure, you can comment down, and you can comment down your applications also, like you find that in array we can use here also. So you can comment down, and you can make other students watch your comments, so that they can their knowledge get increased. So I hope you like this video. If you find this video informative, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Thank you for watching this video.